Okay, so this is week 1 of using Vibrant. I can tell that some of the algae is starting to get white. So I see that as die off already in the first week. See, it's starting to get white. You know, this is just documentation on how this Vibrant can perform when you have an algae. But like I said, you gotta be careful not to overdose your system, because you're stripping nutrients out. But look at that. You know, there's a big patch of algae, but you can see what's getting white. So, you know, I'm starting to notice. And there was a lot of algae on this rock. And, you know, the snails did work on there, getting rid of some of the algae. So this rock, you know, is almost clear actually. So, which is good. And I always had a problem with algae building up on that rock. You know, snails are working. They said there's like, probably over 30 snails in this tank. So, you know, that's gonna be some teamwork with the Vibrant and the snails controlling the algae. Like the snails are getting the leftovers. Well, not the leftovers, they're really eating it in. I got, you know, bubble algae. So Vibrant, I heard, will work. Would do really great with bubble algae problems. So that's good. You know, corals are doing great week 1. You know, like I did lose, like you said, I lost a lot of my acros because the nutrients spiked up with the elevated phosphates. But now, you know, the phosphates is, the last time I tested, it was like 0.05, yeah. So it's dropping down. And I would regularly test using Vibrant. That's what I do. Make sure. But yeah, week 1. Okay, this is week 2 now. Now look at this. You can clearly see, specifically this rock, the algae has weakened a lot. It shrunk in size, and more that, you know, the algae's coming off. So this is week 2. You know, look around. More specifically, seeing results with this rock is, and then if I go around the back, this is actually, this algae on this rock has shrunken in size tremendously too. There's like a lot on this rock, and it's really shrunken in size. The snails are doing a good job cleaning off little bits and pieces of the algae. And I want to see, my main thing is trying to see if that bubble algae on some of this rock will perish, because I heard a lot of people say Vibrant is good for bubble algae also, which was a new thing for me to know. So yeah, this is week 2. But keep updating. I noticed the pumps, the algae is almost gone on the pumps actually. So probably a couple more doses throughout the weeks. That should be cleared up. Let's see. And then one thing I just want to point out is, you know, from all the algae die off, my skimmer's picking up a lot. from just the algae die off. So it's doing good. It's doing good. I gotta empty this soon. So, but yeah, let's see what week 3 has to offer of the lagoon. Now, before we get into the week 3 update, I like to update on feeding my corals, because using Vibrant, it will strip out, some of the phosphates and stuff if you're not careful. So I feed my corals to prevent starvation and bleaching. So it's a good idea to test your phosphate levels, your nitrate levels, ever so often using Vibrant, because you don't want to strip your system out completely. All right, week 3, it is looking great. A lot of die-off so far. Look at this rock now. It's just totally shrinking. It's shrinking. With the algae dying off. And like I said, with the snails is cleaning it up. After, the algae is shrinking, I've noticed the snails doing a lot more work with less algae. So they're really getting in there, eating all the algae on the rocks. This rock is doing great, because it's like a lot of die off already. The back is dying off. So it's looking great. It is looking great. But the most important thing I like to point out when using Vibrant is, like I said, to keep your corals fed, because I noticed the phosphates was dropping from 0.5 to 0.2 real fast. So, but I like to just keep these corals fed during using the Vibrant. So that's the very important step. So you won't starve out your corals. So that's very important. But other than that, let's go to this rock. Look at it. It's doing great. It's coming off. It is coming off. And there's bubble algae and little bits and pieces. Look at that right there. So, wonder how long or how many weeks this Vibrant can get rid of the algae, all of it, along with the bubble algae. But yeah, this rock is really got all the algae off on this rock, I noticed. So that's great. Other than that, I'll keep updating you guys on the tank throughout the weeks. We are now into week 4 of the Vibrant update. Check out this rock. I give it about hopefully 1 more week, and mainly all the little algae that's on this rock will probably be gone. 1 more week or 2, I give it. But it's looking good. Still got some algae on there, on that rock. So that going around the back, it's clearing up. It's clearing up. So it's doing a fantastic job. The Vibrant. Most importantly, this rock, I'm seeing a lot of progress with this rock. It's slowly dying off by the weeks. See, the top is almost gone. Oops, let's see, resume that, yeah. And then if I look back here, you see a lot of algae is dying off. That area was full of algae. But most importantly, with this update, week 4, I'm starting to notice some of the bubble algae just falling off the rock. So that's what I know, is I seen a lot of the bubble algae just falling off the rocks, which is a great sign because I have, you know, bubble algae right there. And all throughout these rock work, you know, there it is again. But it's coming off week 4. I'm noticing the tank with the bubble algae is just falling off the rocks. So that's a great sign. Getting rid of that bubble algae. So hopefully, you know, week 5, let's just see how we do. All right, week 5, you guys notice a lot of progress has happened with just dosing the Vibrant. That led all the way up, you know, from starting out to week 1 to week 5. So week 5 is really kicking the algae real good, getting it out the system, dying off. The skimmer is really pulling out the excess nutrients that's just from the die off. But here's a look at the rock. It's getting there. It's about, you know, everything's running smoothly with this Vibrant. I have no complaints at all using it throughout week 5. This rock is trying to clear up. You can see one thing I noticed again with week 5 is more bubble algae starting to come off the rocks and just pop. So that's what I noticed, is it seemed to take an effect of the bubble algae week 4 and week 5. So, and look at that little area right here where there's a lot of algae in this area. It's slowly weakening. And yeah, everything looking good. Let me see, turn around from this rock. Now this rock, there was a lot of bubble algae on this rock, like I said. Throughout week 5, someone just came off the rock and just popped. So it's going good. Still, you know, I still got a few bubble algae, but you know, after all these updates, I'll see. You know, every tank is different. With my tank, how long does it take to get? It's already controlling the algae, no doubt, but to be able to control the algae and the bubble algae. Let's see how it takes. So let's see what week 6 will do. All right, week 6 is the biggest progress that I see. Really eating, the Vibrant is really eating away on this algae. Look at this rock. It's about almost gone, bro. Almost gone. The rocks are week 6, one of the biggest progress of algae lost. This one's kind of weakening away. Well, it is weakening away a lot, actually. Look on the back. Okay. But this rock, you can really tell in week 6. Week 6, look at that. Now, this rock is really becoming clear now from this algae. And like I said, week 6, this is the most effective week, was, you know, from that algae, was this week. I'm seeing is really eating away on the algae. Week 6 is looking great. The only thing, you know, the bubble algae is still here. Like I said, in some of the earlier weeks, some of the bubble algae popped off the rocks and just burst. So here's another one. They're coming off still, but with the bubble algae, it's more of it takes more time, I'm guessing. It does more faster approach killing off the algae than it do the bubble algae. So this is week 6. Now week 7, Let me see if all this algae is gone week 7. So we'll find out. Okay guys, this is actually week 8. So I jumped from week 6 to week 8 because this video is already long. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait a couple weeks and see if it disappears and the algae is gone. This is week 8 and the tank is back to its normal self. So, you know, Vibrant did its thing. And one thing I know is week 8 is when the bubble algae is starting to disappear, along with the rest of the little bit of algae. Now, I know it's the bubble algae took the longest just to start going away, but it's finally I mean, there's like one hanging off right there. The bubble is like getting white just like the algae, and it's like just dying off, popping off and dying. So there you guys have it, man. Vibrant works. Vibrant works. Just to let y'all know, you really see the rock is clean with the light. This good old light rock. This tank is mainly like 90% light rock, and you got the nice light rock look back into the tank with the algae all gone. Look at that. What's up, guys? I know it's been a long time since I made a video. Y'all already know what I be doing, so I'm quite busy, but I'm happy to get this video out because a lot of people do want to know about Vibrant and all this. So I'm gonna answer just some quick questions on what you should know when using Vibrant and what type of questions people will probably ask a lot of people that did use the product. So, does Vibrant work? Yes, Vibrant does work. It just takes a process, you know, for, I guess, what is it, that bacteria in that bottle to start working and start killing the algae. So word of advice is just don't overdo it just because you don't see results yet. It takes a while to build up that bacteria. Does it kill bubble algae? Yes, it kills bubble algae. Now, I noticed in my tank, I can say that it takes a little while. It takes longer to kill bubble algae than it does regular algae. In my case, because it started to kill the algae already quickly. It took a while for the bubble algae to start dying off. How long does it take to see results? Algae killing results. It can take. You can probably, like, for me, you just go back to the documentation. It took it wasn't long before I started seeing the algae start getting white and dying off. So I noticed the results pretty fast. So that's the great thing about it. I noticed the results fairly quickly. It takes, you know, time to build it up to, in my case, it was week 8, and see everything just died off. And the last question that a lot of people probably will ask is Vibrant coral safe? It is, but with everything goes slow in the hobby. Y'all already, you know, a lot of people know this, but a lot of people, new beginners, don't want to overdo it, because I noticed when putting Vibrant in the tank, it will strip the nutrients. So kind of gotta go slow and start feeding the corals every time you dose the tank. In my case, that's what I do to try to keep these corals fed, you know, so you don't want to see the corals fade out when it comes to the nutrient levels. So what else? Now, SPS course, since my SPS course died, that would really been the test to see if they can withstand with Vibrant. But I do know people who use Vibrant had afros. didn't have a problem. But sometimes, in my case, you'll see them close up a little bit and then reopen in a few hours. You know, that's just, yeah. The best thing is just to go slow and not to overdo it, because you will, if you overdo it, probably will kill stuff. And yeah, so I like Vibrant. You know, that's my review on it. It took what, 8 weeks to get this algae and get the tank looking like its old self again. I will I will start buying some coral again and get this tank back to it where it's supposed to be. So yeah, there you guys have it, bro. I'll get you guys back with another reef tank video update or whatever I'm doing. Y'all already know. All right, guys.